IBM is a large organization. We leverage our partners to drive towards solutions for our customers. And so PSG is an important partner in that vein.
A value-add business strategy is doomed to fail without the right processes and policies and a way to enforce them. So what I'm getting at here is if you don't have the business objectives in mind, then you can't do good security. And this is going to be a case study on how we go about identifying how security should be plugged into a business process. We take this IBM awesomeness and we find ways to bring it to bear onto a client that actually makes them happy. First thing you have to do is talk to somebody. We start with a lot of conversation. And after we have an idea of what you're trying to do, what your objectives are, and we got a loose scope, well, we got to gather information. We do this a lot of ways. We do it through interviews. We do it through putting devices on networks and bringing in data. Then we're going to map out some possibilities. It's a fancy way of saying we're going to put together a roadmap that's going to tell you what kind of impact can these initiatives have that we've discovered. What's the risk of failure, right? So you're going to be doing complex things. You got to know how much am I going to put into it. You're going to get a ballpark cost. So if you have something that's a high impact, low effort, low cost, yeah, sign me up. If you have low impact, high risk, high cost, maybe we should put that off until the next CIO comes around. So I put together a business case. I wanted to increase productivity. I wanted to increase morale, and then communication. And here's the solution we come up with. Build a bar, give them beer. Why this solution? There's something called flow state. Flow is the mental state of operation in which a person performing an activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized, focused, full involvement, and the enjoyment of the process of that activity. What are the risks of too much alcohol at work? Excessive drinking can result in the loss of the flow state. Employees that drink too much may become impaired and unfit to drive. Policies need to be put in place to control and monitor the beer consumption, and employees will be allowed no more than a 2-drink maximum. High-level solution, give them BAM, give them some systems to be able to get beer, but we can control it. You have a very simple business requirement, and as you deep dive down to the requirements get tedious and complicated. And that's why it's important to have professionals involved during these assessments, because you can pull these requirements that might be overwhelming and put them in such a format that we actually can take steps to do. You start off trying to create security solutions by understanding what you're trying to accomplish in the first place. And you go through an assessment process that helps you figure out what you need to do, help build some documentation so that your technology people can go and build an actual business case that the CFO will sign. And then it's 5 o'clock somewhere.